คุณเทพชัย today is exactly 100 days since there is the first case of infection of COVID-19 in Thailand on 13th of January. So it's 100 days that we have been to COVID-19 situation.
Yeah, and it's the 100th day with very, very good news today, Kunata, right?
Not too bad actually, because today with the case of new infection, it's another day that is lowest in month. Today, the new report cases is 19. But again, we are told that the guard has to remain high in order to keep strict measure. All the restriction still remained at this point.
That's right. So far, there has been no signal from the government as to when or how the restrictions will be relaxed or be lifted. I think the cabinet meeting today did touch on the subject but didn't really make a decision. And according to the Prime Minister, information is still pending from the health authorities on how much relaxation that the government should consider in regard to these stringent measures.
So it must be during the discussion of the so-called exit strategy when it can happen and how it can happen. It's still quite a big speculation in Thailand these days, especially when we see the decline of new infections every day.
Yeah, but of course, the government is facing mounting pressure from various groups of people, various professions who are being much affected by the close downs or the shuttering of shops and businesses. So in the next few days, there should be a clear sign as to how the government will deal with the issue. For example, today we have representatives from the so-called Hairdresser Association who submitted a petition with the government asking for the government to consider lifting the restrictions on hair salons and beauty salons, because these are among businesses that are most affected by the shutdown order.
Yes, and with the foreign arrivals to Thailand is still the case in point that Thailand still has to be on alert as well, especially when we see what's the situation happening in Malaysia and Singapore in particular. Right now, there are 120 Thais are due to return from Taiwan and 100 more from Japan. And this evening, they will be arriving to Thailand and they will be having state quarantine for 14 days. That's compulsory for every arrival to the country nowadays.
Of course, there is a big concern as to how these returnees will be taken care of. But if you have been following the news, closely, we can be assured that health authorities have been quite well prepared with the facilities in accommodating these returnees, either at the state level or at local level. Either they are from overseas or cross the border from neighboring countries. I think, and authorities want the people to rest assured that these people will be well taken care of, and every possible measure is being taken to make sure that these people do not, if they are carriers of the virus, will not be able to spread the virus to others. But of course, we have to bear in mind that these are not patients, these are not sick people. They are being quarantined on the basis of coming back within certain conditions set by the government. For example, that they need to spend at least 14 days or 2 weeks in quarantine or in self-isolation to be able to sort of re-emerge again to rejoin the society.
There are different groups of foreign arrivals and returnees to Thailand, Kun Thepchai. They can be arriving by air, by walk, by natural border, like the one who have to travel from Malaysia. And that is also another case of monitoring. The case of Indonesia, because there are people who attend pilgrimage in Indonesia, and those of them have become 18 cases of monitoring in Stun. And After 14 days of being treated, about 8 of them right now return to the community. But communication is still quite crucial in order to make the local community welcome them back to be part of the community again. So it's part of the procedure in which the government has to be working quite closely with local community as well, not only the job of receiving those foreign or those returnees from other countries.
That's why health authorities, that's the reason why health authorities have been working hard to remind local communities that these returnees are not patients, they are not sick people. They are just Thais who return from overseas, from neighboring countries, and are being subject to quarantine as a matter of standard practice. But doesn't mean that these people are infected with virus. But to be on the safe side, these people need to be quarantined for a certain period of time to make sure that they carry no infections. I think that's the bottom line, that health authorities want local people to understand, because over the past few weeks there have been some rumblings among local communities which were quite concerned by the fact that there would be facilities set up near where they live to accommodate these returnees.
And volunteer at local village are the case in point in Thailand that being widely recognized, especially by World Health Organization, because we have more than 1 million of local community volunteer, which has been supportive of medics, of medical personnel, and it has become quite crucial factor in Thailand in our battle against the pandemic of coronavirus. And today we see another attempt, sorry Kun Thepchai, we see another attempt by Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha with the submission of an open letter to leading business people in Thailand.
That's right. As we learned from his speech last week, the Prime Minister said he would send an open letter to all leading businessmen, especially the 20 top billionaires of the country, to enlist their help in the fight against the coronavirus. And today the letters were sent out to all these leading business people. And of course, some of them are among the country's richest people. And of course, what the Prime Minister is doing has touched off some kind of criticism by his critics, who are not happy with the fact that he paying too much attention to these particular groups of people.
Yes, this must be like a letter of reaching out. And today, part of the letter, he said, I do not ask for donations or handouts. All I ask is to send me details of projects that you are ready to carry out. I also ask that those projects should reach all groups of Thai people and all parts of the country, as well as help them in any aspect of Thai life in a tangible way. So in sum, he seek cooperation and seek consultation of business group community in Thailand, not asking for donations, Kun Thepchai.
Yeah, he made it very clear in the interview today that the letter wasn't intended to seek financial contribution from these people. And he said he understands that these people, or most of them anyway, have been doing a lot in helping the country to fight against this virus. But in the letter, he says, I would like you to do more, to help with this fight against the virus. So basically, the letter is a kind of a personal message from the Prime Minister to these leading businessmen to enlist their support for the government efforts to fight the virus. And of course, in the letter, he made it very clear that he is not seeking monetary support from these people. And in fact, what he basically wants from these people is for ideas and proposals as to what they can do for the country in this critical moment.
It was quite a move because he told the the nation on Friday that he would like to send an open letter to business groups in Thailand, especially when he mentioned top 20 richest people in Thailand. And today he have done so. And he also told us on Friday that he would like to have a tour and to talk to business community, business corporations, business associations, small and medium-sized business people, because he would like to hear on-ground situation and would like them to tell him what they expect the government to do more in terms of solving the crisis of COVID-19 as well. So that can be two levels of seeking cooperation between the top level and then small and medium size of business community.
And according to some media reports today, a number of leading businessmen reported that they have received the letter from the Prime Minister. And some of them are quoted as saying that they are more than happy to contribute to the fight against the virus. And some of them said that they feel honored that the Prime Minister come to them for advice and seeking their cooperation, and they are more than happy to extend help in whichever way they can.